you're both in LA?
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're up early. I love it. I'm in New York City, so I got
Oh,
to wake up and work out.
Oh,
some time. You had some
we
time.
were like 9:30.
I know. I was like, I have to put makeup on right now. That's crazy.
It was worth it. You both look
No, no, it
great.
is. It is. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, seriously.
No problem. It was a pleasure watching both of you and seeing your friendship on here. I feel like coming of age stories don't really have like a central friendship between like non-men. So thank you both for, displaying that. What's your favorite coming of age film?
Oh,
There's so many good ones. I mean, I
dang,
don't
that's hard. That's like when people ask, like, what's your favorite movie? Like,
yeah, right? I mean, for me, there's so many. I really love Booksmart. Booksmart is a great movie.
Mhm.
Um, Also like Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, like movies, all those old movies like that, are my favorites, some of my favorites.
I don't know if it's coming of age, but the first thing that comes to mind when I think of like movies that shaped me as a girl, um, were definitely She's the Man and like Miss Congeniality. I feel like those two movies are like what I grew up watching and I think informed a lot of my personality.
I love that. I love Miss Congeniality.
Yeah,
Um,
Sandra.
are there any characters that you two use to influence bringing your characters to life?
I definitely did. I really wanted to shy in terms of like characters that I referenced for Alyssa. I really wanted to shy away from making her like sort of the stereotypical high school mean girl. I didn't think that was interesting and I didn't think that was like very funny. So I really wanted her to take everything very seriously. Like it's dead serious to her, and that's where the humor lies. And so I referenced characters like Aubrey Plaza and Parks and Rec. And I also watched a lot of, you know, similar comedies like Superbad, especially, and um, just the sort of more grounded like tone of those types of films versus something a little more like campy. Yeah, so those were my references.
Yeah, I don't think I necessarily had a specific reference for Bailey. I kind of just wanted to start fresh, start new. I knew that she was like the girl next door character. I mean, there's a million of those. So I just wanted to bring a little bit of my light to her. And like Ali said, like I feel like our characters are kind of grounded personalities compared to a lot of the personalities in the film. So it's really just like taking what you have and just putting it on camera.
Yeah, it definitely felt unique. To your point, Ali, I didn't even notice that she was the mean girl. I thought she was just mean to her brother. In contrast to Bailey, Isabella, who was a sweet girl and then said no at the ending. I was shocked. Tell me, both of you can answer this. Would you have said no to that proposal, to that public proposal?
I mean, I don't really know. I feel like I'm just the type of person that if that happened to me, I would be so I hate attention, any and all attention. So if that happened to me, I'd be like stuck, I think. I'd probably say yes in the moment, but if I'm not feeling it, I'd be like, let's talk in private. I don't
Yes.
want to embarrass somebody. So I'd just be like, sure, that was lovely. I loved it. Thank you.
No, I agree. I feel like if someone did that to me, like I would feel too bad in the moment to reject them. Like I would have to, even if I was like, even if I hated that person, I would be like, oh, like,
Thanks.
and then talk to them after and be like, what the fuck? No.
I love it. Have either of you ever done a public, huge proposal? Profess your love, the grand gesture.
I can't say I've ever done a public one. Like I said, I don't like the attention. I'm a very nervous, anxious girly sometimes. I'm very sly with it. I'll make a little playlist. I'll send it over your way. Go check on my Spotify. But I don't think I've done a public grand gesture like that before.
No, definitely not. I would never. My version of flirting is like that's how you know
Oh,
I
I
like
like,
you.
yeah,
So
yeah. Read the room, you know?
yeah, I'm just you got to figure it out. I'm not going to tell you.
Mm, never.
So, what's the most epic party you've ever been to?
Hmm. That's a great question. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty boring with this answer always because I did online school for most of high school.
Mhm.
So I haven't been to like a crazy party before or anything like that. And I'm also kind of a homebody. So I don't really have an answer for this. But
Yeah.
great.
I'm exactly the same. I feel like in high school, I did go to high school, but I was not like I wasn't a cool kid. Like I was very into theater and, you know, very wholesome activities. So I was not the kid that was ever invited to the cool rager.
To the big old rager.
Yes, but I would say I think I was what I was doing was pretty cool. So
No, a lot of my followers and myself were definitely the Dungeons and Dragons crew.
You get it. You
So
get
we
it.
totally got, I figured, oh, you're actresses. You've been out and
Oh
about,
no,
but
I'm like a wholesome game night. Let's have friends over.
yes,
You know, it gets intense. I'll tell you that.
yeah,
Yeah.
game night. Like yeah, and in high school I was a theater kid. So we were
yeah.
obnoxious, but mostly at home.
I thought theater kids had the most fun. I thought they went out, they had a good time.
I feel like maybe some of them do, but I don't know. We were just at, you know, somebody's house just singing for like 6 hours. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And I'm sure their
perfecting your
parents were
craft.
like, "Oh my God, like please be quiet."
Isabella, are you also into theater as well?
Yes, I love theater. I think I was kind of a late bloomer with theater, though. I was never
Mhm.
like I was very much television, films. I love all that stuff. I grew up on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, but it wasn't until I really started acting that I saw like how beneficial and how important theater really is. And it's so hard, but it is my dream one day to either be on like a play or a musical or something cool like that. I'd love to
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, I think that's definitely achievable to both of you. You're both very talented, and I think what made this story in particular so interesting was every person and just how dynamic they all are. Besides your own story, what was your favorite story to follow in the film? Yeah,
Mm.
that's tough.
I mean, there's so much that happens in that film,
Yeah.
honestly. But I think picking up drunk Katrina in the Tesla scene, like that entire storyline was so funny to me when I watched the movie back. I was just like, oh, this is good. This is some good stuff. I mean, there's so much that happens in just that one storyline, but yeah, that's a hard call. So probably that situation.
Yeah, I think my favorite storyline, I'd have to agree. I think those boys are so precious. Like
Good.
they're so cute and sweet, and to watch them go through the chaos like that is just like so funny. And I think also too because we weren't involved in that, it's very fun to watch because it's totally fresh to us. Like we didn't witness it being filmed. So yeah, I think that's like fun. It's fun to watch when you don't know really what it's gonna turn out like, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. It was honestly my favorite as well. I something about the self-driving Tesla being the center of it, it was so I've never considered that. So I thought that was something very fresh and new. So I mean, great pick as always. Um, both of you have been amazing. I truly appreciate you taking the time to join me. I'm here on behalf of Cherry Picks, which is a non-mail publication where we publish and we discuss things around women and non-men. So I appreciate both your characters and what they bring to the genre. And thank you both so much for joining me.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.